Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Today we are diamond painting Santa. Yes, this painting comes from Heart Full of Diamonds. This is a 30 by 40 painting. It has 25 colors. So you can tell I have my 3 pens here. This is 3 diamond pens, painting pens, if you're wondering. We have all our drills here. We have our boat. As you can tell, I have the 2 cover minders here. The cover minders are from Black Wolf Wordworks. And today we got a box from Treasure Studios Art. So I ordered these a while back, so they finally came in today. So today we will open them up to show you what they are. If anybody's curious to see what the Treasure Studio Art ones are. And these are 40 by 55, I think. As you can see, it has all the beads on it and the colors on it. Look at how the colors are. I'm going to show you that. These are the beads when you go from Treasure Studio Art. This is Treasure Studio Arts, and this one is a 40 by 55. And I may have to take off the cover minders. I'm going to take these off just momentarily. So you guys can see this in all its glory. This is another Santa from Treasure Studio Arts. Just so you guys can see just how big the Santa is. This is 40 by 55. This is from Treasure Studio Arts. Look at how big he is. Lots of whites. I know people who would love this, who would love color blocking here, because you can tell there's going to be a lot of red color blocking. Thank you, Andrea. So this is from Treasure Studio Arts. I ordered this about in September, so it finally came. So, you know, the thing about Treasure Studio Arts is that some of the companies get their product from overseas. So if you're ordering diamond paintings, just be aware that some of the companies are going to be more, take a little bit longer if you order from them. We'll put this back later. That's just one of them. Oh, I'm still gonna cut, and this is the other one that I bought. I'm really excited about this one. This one is called Winter Companion. Treasure Studio Arts always names all their diamond painting pens. I opened this up earlier today when I got it because I wanted to show my mother this painting. This is also another 40 by 55, which is my favorite size. And this is like my favorite size. This is my companions. Yes, and this is a Shetland Sheepdog. This is why I got it, for the sheepdog. But this one too would have, it looks like it's going to have a lot of color because there's a lot of browns, there's a lot of whites in here. So you could tell that this will be a lot of, someone who likes color blocking would like this one. And this is what the picture is supposed to look like when you're done. So those are the 2 things. Now I was supposed to get, as you can tell, all the stuff is in here. So when you roll it up like this with the thing in it. You can put it back in the plastic. You can do that and put it back in nicely. So they gave me a new box. I was expecting 2 boxes because last time I ordered 2 painters, they gave me it in 1 box, but then they put it in like 2 separate little boxes. So I was kind of surprised that they gave it to me in this kind of box. You guys can see. So as you guys can tell, I've done some work on Santa. I've done some work on Santa since last you saw him. So we pull this up. So we have that. So looks like we're looking for Red Seas, which is number 10. This is someone who loves color blocking. Now someone goes, what is color blocking? When they put the multi-placer and they go boom, 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 boom with it. Yes, I was supposed to get coloring books, but they didn't come today, so I don't want to ruin the sticky stuff, so. So this is number 10. This is a red pine cone pen. This comes from Bella's DP pens. I think this is in scepter form. And no, I did not buy anything during Black Friday because yesterday we went to the museum, the Guggenheim. Now, I've been wanting to go to the Guggenheim for a really long time, but it's always kind of hard to get in. So my mother managed to book the tickets. We had a lovely Thanksgiving. I had made some pumpkin pies, and they came out really good. The first one was nice, but the second one, my mother had decided to put more spices in it. You know, and it came out even better because we've now started the second pie, which was really good. So me and my mother, we had ham. And then after we were done with the museum, my mother somehow managed to trick me into going through the Central Park because she wanted to go to Raymore and Flanagan to buy a new couch. My mother found the couch that was perfect for her, where her legs aren't dangling because of her height. So, but you know, what is the thing? You put the head, you can control where the headrest goes. You can control the thing with the legs through a button. So we like that. Now, someone who likes color blocking would really like this piece because it has a lot of red in it. Yeah, but we're not going to probably get it till after the new year, probably January. My mother tricked me, and that walk was hard in Central Park. Then we went through, we walked through 66th Street, and then we were trying to find a place to eat after Raymore and Flanagan. Yes, that's where we bought the couch, Raymore and Flanagan. So, hi, Robin. How are you? You missed the new paintings. I got 2 new ones from Treasure Studio Arts. They came today. One is called Winter Companions, and then one was Santa. I got another Santa one. I had forgotten I had bought a second Santa. So this pen comes from Bella's DP pens. Now, Sarah makes these. You can get her pens one of 2 ways. Either you join her Facebook group and she has contests all the time for them. Or you can purchase them via her pen drops, but the pen drops are kind of funny because it's like a right to buy. Or you can go to her Etsy shop, and then when she drops the custom blanks, you can pick the blank that you want, and then she'll make it into one of 5 styles for you. Or she'll have pens already made. which is how I got this one made. Yes, we are. This comes from Heart Full of Diamonds. Hi, Shalene. How are you? We are diamond painting Santa. Santa Claus is coming to town. Hey, at least I'm not singing Jingle Bells. And we know which version of Jingle Bells I would sing. I guess nobody finds the version of Jingle Bells funny except those who watched Batman, the animated series back in the day. If you guys remember, there was this Christmas episode of Batman, the animated series, and it was the Christmas episode, and Joker escaped dark, and then he started singing a version of Jingle Bells, and they were chasing Batman and Robin were chasing him. Yeah, well, I got 2 today from TAS, and they now have a new bag, so a new box. But you know, the song goes, jingle bells, Robin laid an egg. Oh, jingle bells, Batman stings. Jingle bells, the Batmobile lost the wheel. Hey, jingle bells, the Joker got away. Hey! Who remembers that episode when they did the Christmas episode? It was a really funny episode because, you know, it was the Christmas episode. I remember that episode, so. How many of you saw Mandalorian yesterday? Yes, the new episode is up on Disney Plus. We finally learned. Oh God, we all know the Nazi version of the Jingle Bells, or the Joker's version of Jingle Bells, as it's referred to. Well, this is a simple one. It's a 30 by 40, and it's a full drill one. Hartfield Diamonds is a nice company because they sell very nice canvases at very good prices. I mean, then they might not be as well known as, say, Treasure Art Studios, GBFKE, or DAC, Diamond Art Club, TAS, Treasure Studio Arts. You can take your finger like that. And that's how you, if you have loose drills. That's why I don't pour a lot of drills into these things. No, I live downtown. That is Midtown. That is considered Midtown. Anything below 14th Street is considered downtown. Well, no. South of 14th Street is Soho. I live in the financial district. Where does the financial district end? Fulton Street. I live below Fulton Street, so. And after Fulton Street, it becomes Soho / Tribeca. North of 14th Street is NoHo. Anything above 34th Street is considered I think 23rd Street to about 48th Street is considered Midtown. There's all these designations for it. So who here watched Mandalorian yesterday? How do you do a reverse image search? I'm not really familiar with that. I have to look up how to do that. I just buy what looks good, and then I found out one of the paintings I had was a stolen image. I was going to buy a painting, and then I realized it was a stolen image because I had seen it somewhere else, and it wasn't licensed. So that's the other thing. Sometimes you'll see artists painting, but make sure they're licensed. Like if you see anything from Handling that's other than DAC, it's not licensed because Handling only licenses DAC to do that. Tineye.com. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Robin. I was told this fact after the fact that GBFK sometimes sells images that aren't licensed, so I was a little disappointed to hear that because I bought two paintings without reverse image searching. More reds. So, you know, I know it's around Christmas time, so if anyone wondering, we have a whole bunch of finished pages over there on top of, well, I bet it's a very famous tourist attraction that the bank downtown by where you were was once robbed by John Dillinger. That must be you must get a lot of tourists for that during regular times. And don't worry, we have wax. Shalene, did you buy the new scent of We Wax? Yeah, Laura Lid came out with a new scent yesterday, and it's already gone. I was just thankful that I was able to get one. It's called Apple Cinnamon, and that's Miss Coffee's favorite scent, so she made it in honor of that. So. You know what it is? Sometimes it's so hard because you know, there's so many places now that are doing diamond painting. It's really hard to know that who you're doing art with, you know, because sometimes you're like, okay, I bought paintings from this. I trust that this image isn't stolen. So, you know, sometimes we're not even aware that the art is stolen until after those videos here. I was one time told a few of the coloring books that I had bought on Amazon had been stolen artwork. If you remember, I had an anime one. I had some things from this artist get stolen. So I took those videos down because Wow. I got it. I was lucky because she usually drops it about Shalene, if you want to buy weed wax from her, usually the best time is to buy around 12. That's usually when she drops it. On Fridays is 12. I know this for a fact. She drops it at 12 because I stalk that site. I sometimes stalk in to see if it's a scent I want. Yeah, my mother, yesterday we ate at this nice little restaurant called Rosa Mexicano in Columbus Square. That's where we managed to get it was really good. My mother had a turkey dinner, which was actually very well cooked according to her, but I had a shrimp dish with and woven Mexican rice and some vegetables and then some other sauce, green sauce and some red sauce. Both of them were very hot sauces. Then we had tres de leche as our dessert, and I tell you that was one of the best tres tres luce de luce. Three milk cake is what it translates to. See, I do it one by one because I feel like with squares, if I do it one by one, they're tighter than if I go multi-placer. I'm not very good at multi-placing the thing. For me, multi-placing has never worked well. I have watched The Crown. I'm now in season 4 of it, which I thought is very, very good. If you guys are looking for a good series on British royals, The Crown is very well acted. I tell you, Gillian Anderson makes a really good Margaret Thatcher. I'm like, how they got her mannerisms so right. But we were talking, I think, who here watches Mandalorian? Because we finally got Baby Yoda's name, and his name is Grogu. So I'm kind of like, ugh, they couldn't have come up with a better name for him. Yeah, but it seems like everybody in The Mandalorian has issues or they're dealing with something, and it's like all the storylines relate back to the Empire. I'm like, oh, okay, you're looking to this guy, but you need to find this guy because he has this what you need, and he works for the Empire, and this guy works for the Empire. This guy is trying to get Baby Yoda's blood, and he works for the Empire. So all the storylines kind of are like, okay, even though in The Mandalorian it takes some time after the Empire fell, you can kind of tell that all the storylines are going to kind of crescendo. You know, for me, diamond painting is it's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And there's some places that make I'm like, some places are just like, I've seen the canvases and I'm like, that is beautiful. Like, but then I'm thinking, how big are they? I like these little white bolts better than I like the green bolts. And green bolts are fine when you start, but the white bolts are better because you can easily put them back in your storage solution so much easier. Yeah, I think I did see that. I think I have a bigger one somewhere. But here's a big, you guys want to see a really big one? I got this from Pam's Chickens. I wish I put it in white instead, but this was like the very first version of the big one. And it has like a nozzle and all this stuff on it. If you guys have ever seen this, this is also Wee Wax. And then it comes with this too. You have this little thing where you can bake it brush like this. If you get it like this. I'll show you how it works. Right? Then you put it like this. And you do that. And then if you want to brush it, you can brush it like this. Do it like that. And then it has a little nozzle where you can pour the stuff back in the tank. So if you guys want to see that. The only thing I don't like about it is I have a hard time taking up the drills from it. See, that's the only thing I don't like about this black one, this gray one. For some weird reason, it doesn't work very well when I do take my drills off of it. It's my only criticism of it. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I don't like this thing that I bought. It's really hard to use. Do you see? And then you get the nozzle. But because I don't have very strong fingernails. I bought this thinking that it'd be great for other kinds of things. So then you can put it in here when you're done with this. Then you can use this as a Swiffer. Use that. See? You want both to have little nozzles like this, so that's easier to use. I don't really I have some problems with this one, and I don't know if it's because it's staticky or what is the problem with this bolt, but for whatever reason I have a problem with that bolt. I just wanted to show you that. This is James Cleavage of Black Wolf. Whatever reason the tips are not working. I have everlasting tips. I have yet to learn how to put them in. I have not learned how to put in the everlasting tips. For me, anything less than 60 by 6, anything smaller than 60, anything bigger than 60 by 60 to me is really big. But then some people say, well, the bigger the picture, the better the image is. I don't know about that. I commend the people who can do the big canvases and make it look like so effortless. You know, also Amazon has some very nice diamond paintings. If you guys want to go over there, they have some deals right now over on Amazon for Cyber Monday. We all know what Cyber Monday is. It's if you didn't buy anything on Black Friday, you get discounts on Cyber Monday. But they're already starting the Cyber Monday deals over there, Amazon. I looked, see if there was anything interesting in there. And they have some interesting stuff, and there's some new stuff in the deals, but I didn't see anything that just said to me, buy me, buy me, buy me. I was hoping my books would arrive today, and they did not arrive, so they're arriving late, of course. You can tell I like doing the reds. Just need a little wax, this pen. This comes from Black Wolf Woodworks. This is orange and cobalt is the name of the colors they use for it. He has very nice stuff. He also does bottle openers and crochet hooks and other things, you know. He's started doing cover minders too. think I have some big ones like that in my thing, in my ottoman. When they were coming to do the work, I put all the diamond paintings in my ottoman that I hadn't done. We did finish the dragon one, so maybe on Monday I'll do the finished pages video then. Because I've already started seeing some people already have started doing their November finished pages videos. As you can see, I like to do as you can tell, I emptied my desk to make it. I'm also very close to finishing another coloring book called Mermaid Hair by Deborah Mueller. I just seem to have found a love affair of her more recent books. I think that I really have liked her newer stuff than her older stuff. I think her newer stuff is better, but then again, you know, your taste change as you get older. You start to realize, oh, I don't like that. That's too cutesy. That's too juvenile. And sometimes you like to color the cute stuff too. Every once in a while, you have to shake your boat. I love Jade Summer. Always have, always will. You know, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I want Demeter Victoria, you know, but then there's the Demeter Victoria, the Pink Labelle that I'm really liking. I'm also liking doing the patterns a little bit more. Started liking Ava Brown. Nikki Burnett, I like her stuff. I started a new book with her. I finished one of her books this year, and then I bought another one of hers. But I did finish one of hers this year, so I was really proud of that. Which dragon? Trying to remember which dragon I colored because there's a few dragons. Or the diamond painting you're referring to, Dan, the dragon one. I still have to do a post review of that because I did finish that painting, guys. So I was really happy I finished that, but I have to do a post review because I had gotten that one for review. And then I will write a review on Amazon now that I'm done with it. So. So let's do the green, which is F, which is 12. Green is F, 12. So you would like someone like Kirby and Tomless Love, Tomic. They have a lot of detail. This is all left. This little area here, most of it's F, not all of it, but Able is Outpost. Really? You like that dragon. That dragon actually had a lot of blues in it. And this is a wood pint, so he made this from his own resin, James Cleavage. Now, James Cleavage, you can buy one of his pens two ways, either from his Etsy store or his own website, which is blackwolfwoodworks.com. And he also has an Etsy shop. And I tell you, his stuff sells out so quickly. Like, you could be there 1 minute and then 2 minutes later, boom, it's sold out. I would have never even heard of this guy had it not been for Rachel Ray. Yes, Rachel Ray is the one who enabled me with his pens. We're doing yeah. So this is 3, which is number 3. I can have another F. That's a 3. Three. 3. You love Jade Summer. I think a lot of people love her. It depends on what you're in the mood for, you know. Sometimes you're in the mood for Jade Summer. I am really liking who am I liking at the moment? Demita Victoria, Pink LaBelle. You know, some of you are on my Instagram and see what I post, so depends on what I'm in the mood to color that day or paint if I want a diamond paint, so. So then I have J, which is 15. I did these by number when I put them in the thing, so. The thing with the Heart Full of Diamonds, if you run out of diamonds, you can just order more from them. And they're very reasonably priced if you. That's the other thing about this company. You can buy more drills if you need to. Most diamond companies will give you about 20% more than what you need. A, which is 9. And no, I've not yet had to use a grinder. For those who are wondering what a grinder is, it's something that separates your drills. Trying to figure out where everything goes, so it comes like a nice little line. Those are A's there. You know, sometimes as you're doing it, you can't see it, but sometimes on camera, it looks better than it actually. You know, one time I was doing a circle and square thing, and then I looked at it in the camera and I saw what it was in. One of those spiral line dot ones, and I was like, oh, so that's what it's supposed to be. I didn't see that until I looked at it through a camera lens. Can you see how the A works there? So now I need to do R's, and R's are 19s. Hi Dawn, how are you? We are diamond painting Santa. R is 19. From a heart full of diamonds. Looking to see if there are anywhere else. I don't see the R anywhere else. Is this an S or is this a 5? Then I get the 4s, which is number 4. I know this because I labeled everything by number. I didn't label it by, labeled it by number, not. What are you diamond painting doing? I always like to see what people are painting. Number 4. Let's see, let's do it. Good. I think the picture starts to, you mean Hannah? What's your white peacock from? I always like to. Which company is your white peacock from, Robin? I like to see what else the other companies people are working from. Okay, I see another 4. Is that a 5 or is that an S? These are U's. So I'm going to put the 4 back. What is U? 21. No, that's 22 is U. Wow, a lot of us are DPing. So, what are you guys' favorite companies to DP? Besides DAC, like what other companies do you like? Like do you like Dreamer Designs? Do you like the Pinsons, Dreamer Designs? I've heard of them. I don't have anything by them right now. I haven't seen one that just says to me, Get it? So this is all 5s. So 5. 5 is 5. What are you guys' favorite size? Like mine is like 40 by 55. My favorite snack size is like this, 30 by 40. This will last. So now we do the S. I think my favorite company is DAC to buy, but when I'm going with affordability, I like Heartful of Diamonds. I also like Amazon because you can get a lot of paintings for not a lot of money, especially when they're selling the 4-packs. I like when they give you the option of buying a 4-pack. 20 is S. See how nice the S is coming in there. I think I like the 30 by 40 I really like because they're small enough that I can work with them on camera here on my desk. If they're any bigger than that, I have to go downstairs and work on them. I also like some of the bigger ones, like 40 by 55. I like those because they're kind of not too big, but they're not too small. So now we have N, and N is 17. Then we get Q, and Q is 18. You know, I think it depends on what you want to do. If you want something big, or what, you know. My first big one wasn't all that. I didn't like my first big one, but then again, I was very not. My first big one was a Victoria Moon. So, and I had gotten that review, but I think I had a hard time with it because I wasn't used to the format of it. And I hadn't done enough smaller ones before I did a bigger one. So I think Cohen, if I had it over again, I would have chosen a smaller size for me, personally. Q. I think of Q and then I think of a Star Trek villain when I see the letter Q. Wait a minute, this is an N. Oh, I guess I didn't want to socially distance. Q. So I see we're going back to C, which is 10. I think, when you start off, you're like, we want. Some people like smaller ones, some people like larger ones. I know some people use that parchment paper, whatever it's called. They have this like white paper, and I'm not really sure why it's called that. I was like, my mother was like, "Why are you moving stuff off your desk?" Because I need the space. Okay, you post that on where do you post those? On Facebook or Instagram? Because I see it on either one. Pretty good with my tell you also right now. I'm also waiting on Pashi pens too. I'm waiting on one that I know I'm definitely getting. They sent it on the 18th, but because of all the delays with the postal system. Oh, and I've been enjoying. You know how I said I would never do color by number? Well, I kind of figured out how to do it. Once I figure out how to do something, I actually seemingly like it. Number 6, and number 6 is 6. Someone asked me, do I like rounds or do I like squares better? And to tell you the truth, I like rounds. After working with rounds for a little bit, I like rounds a lot better. Q. And Q is 18. The Borg are my favorite Star Wars villain. But because I have a lot more squares, I'm more accustomed to doing squares than rounds. The Borg are my favorite villain. And do you know who introduced the Borg who introduced the Star Trek crew to the Borg? Yes, that is right. It was Q. Really? I find that rounder easier to do. Mm-hmm. What do you mean their colors? The color by number? Books you don't like? Well, in some way, diamond painting is like color by number if you think about it. Really, if you think like paint by number, color by number, really, they're all the same concept, kind of. Even diamond painting is kind of like color by number. Seven is seven. Yeah, round's going a lot easier, I think. Cloudy day. Now, if you guys don't know, this was the very first Stephanie Sebastian pen I bought from Patriotic Beauty. It was my very first one that I ever bought from her. So it does have a special place in my heart. Star Trek. Resistance is futile. I didn't have like one section picked out today, so I love anything with the Borg. There's certain episodes of Star Trek that I even liked Voyager, the very end of it. And if you guys remember, there's an old Star Trek episode. G, what is G? That was 13. You need to put that many in. Well, here's the thing. Rounds are easier to do, but if you want a more tighter thing, that people say squares are better. So it all depends on what you think you want to. Do you want tighter or do you want neater? The squares make it round. So F. Yep, and it was Q who did it. If you remember, Q was the one who introduced them. And remember, if you remember during that season, they had a very famous actress playing a role in that series, which was Whoopi Goldberg, was in Star Trek: The Next Generation. For all you Trekkie history fans. So then we want number 3. Number 3. Except consequently, different episodes, different time periods, Then you're kind of screwing up with the time travel thing, which kind of gets a little freaky. When you start involving time travel, it becomes kind of weird. But there was another episode where Data traveled to the past, and then, Gideon, who was Whoopi Goldberg's character, said that Picard had to go back with him, otherwise their first meeting would never happen. Old Star Trek episodes. This is a flood of red. We call it a flood. You know, that was a great series. Voyager was a really different series because it kind of represented what it was. Remember, if you guys remember, this is old Star Trek history for those of us who are like big time Star Trek nerds and fans. If you remember, the proclamation of the Star Trek or the Federation was where to boldly go where no man has gone before in the originals series. But then in the late 80s and 90s, they changed that to go to boldly go where no one has gone before. I think that show kind of did something that they hadn't done in a while. Like, you know, they were always doing these away missions. But remember, the idea was to boldly go where nobody had gone before. And they kind of got away from that, I think, a little bit through the years. Jay is 15. Well, she was trying to get her crew home, and they were also kind of embedding what the philosophy was. Hi, Crystal. We're diamond painting today. Santa. No, I think we all have our favorites. I think I love Chakotay. I loved Chakotay and 7 of 9 when they got together. I was like, that was such an odd pairing, but yet it worked. You know, I loved when 7 of 9 and Chakotay started their relationship. I thought it was a great relationship. It was kind of like one of those things that you didn't expect to come out of the show, and then all of a sudden, when it did, you were like, okay, I really like these two together. It just seems so natural, the two of them together. It was just like, Data was really cute, but I did like Wesley a lot. That's when they that is a big one. What is the size again of it? That I think is a really big sized one. You want to see a Santa one? Some of you may have seen this from the beginning of the stream, some of you may not have. Got a nice Santa one from them. You didn't get to see this, but this is one of the new ones that arrived from Treasure Art Studio. This is a. Oh no, this is the collar. This is for those who missed it. These were the new ones that came in. This is Winter Companions. And this is a 40 by 55. See the little dog, the Shetland, the horse. That's one of the newer ones. This is the 40 by 55. That's right, 1960 something, I think, right? And you get a lovely Santa picture. This is also from Treasure Art Studios. This is 40 by 55. I love all the iterations. Aw. But that's what I got for the Treasure Studio Arts guys. I was supposed to get some books, but they didn't come before the stream, so I didn't want to wait. So I figured diamond painting would be the next logical thing to do. They came with drills and everything. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ken. That your back isn't feeling well. So, guys, who's your favorite pen turner? Whether that be Jim from Jim's Handmade Shop, Kevin Turner from Handmade Shops, Daniel Oldenot, Stephanie Sebastian, Donna Bass, Bella Sarah, to name a few. Nicole Smith of Poshy Pens, which she's new, by the way. Nicole Smith of Poshy Pens. Oh no. What did you do? So I think we'll finish the C's. We'll do a little bit more and then. Yes, please heal quickly. So, How was everybody's Thanksgiving? I meant to ask. I had a really nice one. It was quiet, but told my aunt I missed my uncle's panine, which is like a little pig. But he cooks it really well. It's like the first year I've not had it. See how nice the oh no. Terrible. So this disease is just this pandemic is just like horrible. And the weird thing is you could show no symptoms of COVID and have it, but yet you will show no symptoms of it and still pass it to somebody. I'm like, that's just freaky to me. How could that even be a possibility? It's got to be hard to live alone, or even if you live with somebody else and you have it and the other person doesn't have it, because then that other person kind of becomes your caretaker in a way. Then you're afraid because you're like, okay, am I going to pass this on to her or them? Oh, that's good, Dan. So what do you do? Just curious what type of work you do. Oh, and if you're wondering what I'm wearing, 2020, 1 star. I would not recommend if anybody's wondering about the shirt. I thought it was funny. Oh no. I'm not worried. I have a trick to this. This is a tweezer. It's one of the cheaper ones, but it still does its job. It's very sharp. Do you like having the grandbaby with you, Robin? I like that name, Demetrius. That's a nice name. It's horrible. You know, you go back to work thinking you're going to be safe, and then you end up getting COVID. Just a terrible thing to happen. Aww. It's funny, my brother did this whole thing with his kids and his wife, and then I guess my brother's sister-in-law made this big spread, and like she decked it all out. But when I showed my brother the pumpkin pies I had made, the little baby was like this, grabbing the hands. You know when the babies want to grab everything. So the baby Saya was like, that's my brother's second daughter, was like trying to grab the thing. I think she knew what it was. So now this year was a little bit different for me because I always go to one of my relatives' house, and it was just really weird to eat at home for a change, Thanksgiving, because I'm used to being. We'll do this whole red section, then we'll be done for the day. But I just wanted to show you guys. Bye, Shalene. No problem. As soon as we're done with this red section here, we're going to be done as well. So I'm just slow when I diamond paint because I go one by one. I don't multi-place. And this coffee does like multi-placing like so well. I'm like, as soon as we're done with the red. Oh, that's very nice, Robin. I bet the kids were happy to see their grandmother and vice versa. You were happy to see your grandbabies. So 10. Really, I'm not a fan of multi-places. It's just, I'm not good at it. It's just that I've never seen a multi-placer work very well for me. I do want to try the Texas multi-places. Probably next year, next time I buy a pen from Stephanie, which won't be probably for a while. I want to try one with the multi-placer. The Texas quad. I want to do. I want to try out her Texas quad. I already tried out the Texas single and liked it. Multi-placing with squares is a lot easier than multi-placing with rounds. You can see how nice this is coming along. This red is a lot harder than it looks. No problem. As soon as we're done with this red, we'll be This little section here. This is more red than I thought this was. No, I'm not using a light pad. For some of my paintings, I do. For this one, I'm not. I just have to. I'm not using a light pad. This is not a light pad. This is my regular dust mat. But I do have one. A small one. I don't have an A2 or an A3. I have an A4. Now, if I had realized I was going to get bigger canvases at the time that I bought the light pad, I probably would have bought an A2 or an A1. Okay. And I think that's where we'll finish today. A swath of red. That's what we call this. A swash of red. So when we started, we did most of the bottom was already done. So, but you can see just in the little bit that it looks like. Yeah. Depends on the size of the canvas, I guess, what you use when you're using the light pad. And these are cover minders. They magnetize together. Thank you guys for coming, and I hope you all have had a good day. And look at this, so you can see how it's coming along. So this is all the stuff I used. That's all the diamond painting stuff. So when you get stuff from it, usually from the better companies before we go, usually the better companies will give you this, and then they'll give you this, which is the inventory sheet. This is how many diamonds they think you need to finish the painting and stuff. Keep that in mind. So I hope you all have enjoyed this stream, and hopefully I'll see you back on Monday. Bye, everybody.